Love and peace and happiness. Beautiful day, beautiful soul, and welcome back to Love, Peace, and Happiness Tarot. Coming to you live once again from Las Vegas. I go by Melinda NailFanatic, and I'm here to deliver a personal reading. You know it's yours because you paid for it, and I sent you a link. Others of you will watch it because it will resonate, it will make sense, and you're just interested in watching everything that I produce. So thankful and grateful for you. Let me see here. Copy, paste. Hold on. I'm like, yeah, I sent you a link. No, I didn't. Hold on, let me send you the link now. Okay. Thank you for choosing me for your personal reading. Thank you for being. That's what I heard. Thank you for being. And let's see. I'm staring at all the tarot cards that I have so that we can pull the answers to your questions. This is a love reading. This is a love reading for you. You've got some questions about this marriage that you're in. You have a partner who is not carrying their portion of the relationship as you feel you deserve. And so you're questioning what's the best thing that you should do. You want to know what your angels have to say. They said, so use the Angels Tarot. We love using this deck with you. So let's grab that then. That's the deck to speak for you today. I'm also saying that eventually we get into some oracle cards for you as well. So let's get a full shuffle here. Connecting the body and the body. Connecting the body, heart and mind. Connecting the body and the spirits. Connecting the heart, mind, and body. Connecting the heart, mind, and heart. Connecting the heart, mind, and the spirits. Connecting the spirit and the body. Connecting the spirit, heart, and mind. Connecting the spirit and the spirit. One for the body, one for the heart, one for the mind, one for the spirit, divine truth. Let me see, speak, and hear it with accuracy, clarity, and simplicity. For my beloved sister of humanity, for her highest, lightest, and brightest good, for her overall love, peace, health, and wealth, and happiness. What's the guidance for her? What's her best move to make in regards to this relationship? What's the best move she can make in regards to this relationship? 9 of Cups. I heard be self-fulfilled. Be self-fulfilled. You're still looking for this person to make you happy. Love and peace and happiness. It comes from within. Like you got your wish fulfillment. This is what you wanted. I heard pay attention to the fact that this is what you wanted. Okay, so that's the best move you can do is to be happy regardless. Okay, not let that person influence your state of being. But then I heard, and what should you do about this person? This person that you're married to that brings so much frustration. The moon is, I heard trust your intuition. There's hidden things there. There's still things that you haven't seen. So let's see. I want to see some more about this. Let me get a different deck out because I want to know more about this, and I know you do too. What's that moon? There's hidden things here. The moon, you cannot see everything clearly in the moonlight. So I want more. Give us more about this. What is the moon here to say about what she should do? Okay. Confront your past. Whoo! They said, if you want this energy to shift, I heard, so the experience you're having with this person, this is not the first time you've had this experience. It's just the first time you're having it with this person. You've had this experience over and over again. And I hear, where did you have this experience before? This is an experience from your past. This experience is causing you to face situations that you've carried forth from your past. So it's a cycle of repetition. I'm hearing it's a cycle of repetition. You could close out the cycle. You could say, no, I don't want that. Okay, but there's some the strongest thing that's coming through about this moon is past energy. So show me more what she should do about this relationship. Clarify the moon. Why is the moon here in regards to her guidance? We have the Six of Wands in reverse. Okay, not winning, not being recognized. Not being recognized is the main situation. So yeah, okay. So I'm hearing, if you're not getting what you want, you don't have to do it. Page of Cups. Um okay, so this is telling me that in regards to this relationship, it's emotional immaturity, and the past situation goes back to your childhood. So it's like this, I'm hearing the same kind of treatment that you had in the past is something that you are magnetizing to you. Thank you. Magnetizing is the word they're giving me. You're attracting the same experience from your past where it doesn't work. Something doesn't work, and you're not being recognized, and you're not getting what you deserve. Okay. They're saying there's a releasing that has to go. I'm hearing um find out why you're grateful for this relationship. Why are you grateful for this relationship? Even the hard parts, even the stuff you don't like about this relationship. What is it giving you the opportunity to do, be, or see about yourself that is empowering, that helps you be stronger, that the weight in the gym that makes you lift it over and over again to build you the muscle. I heard when you get somebody in your life that gives you the same stuff you've always had, and then now you have to find your power to react differently, to handle the situation from a more evolved mentality. Okay, that's what can help you find your thank you. I heard that thank you is a perfect releasing spell. This experience is here to teach you some things. Okay, it is here to teach you some things. Anywhere where your mind is focused on third party energies, where did you first get that? Where did you get that there was somebody between you and who or what you wanted in life? Where has that always been since you were even very young? You had this? Is this the same kind of relationship that you saw other people in your life go through, like your mother or even grandmother or aunties and stuff like that? Okay. Spiritual guidance says it's time for you to cut ties. So this is an experience here that is getting you to look at where your own confusion in your own mind causes you to accept things that you don't want. And the confusion in the mind, they're showing me the brain patterns that we develop from seeing things over and over again, doing things over and over again. They said a lot of times what you got to understand is that when you're doing what you think is right, you have to remember that every time you did what you thought was right, you kept getting the same thing. So, which is saying your brain is used to you following a certain pattern in life. When you want to change, you're going to have to change that pattern. But that pattern is going to feel right to you because your comfort zone feels like this relationship feels. That's your comfort zone. That's what you've always known. So, it's going to feel really different, awkward, hard, difficult uh, to do a new pattern in your life. To do a new pattern in your life. And then I'm also hearing expecting him to make you happy and do what you want him to do is an act of self sabotage, actually. Okay. He's not there to do, ha! Ooh. They say he's not there to do what's going to make you happy. He's there to show you where you're not allowing your own happiness, where you're not allowing yourself to have what you want. Okay. I heard, so do you need to get him out of the way? Yeah, look, Nine of Pentacles. You want to be independent. That's what you really want to do. You want to be independent. Okay, you want to have space to attract somebody that is going to be that energy. That not that I heard, not that you have to train with this person. You feel like you have to train him. I heard sometimes you feel like you're dealing with a 3-year-old. Okay, yeah, and it's like this person doesn't have much to offer you. Uh, they don't contribute much materially. I'm getting, or even like by their actions, like they're not giving. What they're giving is like is not enough. It's like The way they're showing it to me, it's like my grandchildren when they bring me money. You know what kind of money my grandchildren bring me? They might bring me dollar bills, or they might bring me change, but they're not bringing me nothing I can pay bills with. They're not bringing me nothing I can go out to dinner with, or to the grocery store with, something like that. I mean, it's still cute. Oh, it's so cute. And it's different when it's coming from my grandchildren versus coming from a spouse. Okay. Show me more. Five of Cups. This sorrow that you haven't dealt with, about loss, sorrow and loss, okay? So it's like you already know. You already know what you want to do. Intuitively, you already know what you want to do. You're trying to find a way out of it. You're trying to find a way out of it. Trying to hope you don't have to do what you know you need to do, what you know you want to do. So you got into this situation thinking that it was everything that you wanted. And this happens often. This is why they say be careful what you wish for, because you just might get it. So in this case, you got what you wished for, but you didn't know what it was until it opened up and showed you more. And now, yeah, it's like you're over it. The Six of Swords said to me, you're over it. Okay. All right. So let me just look some more at these questions that you sent me, because you said, what should you do with this relationship? Let's take that right off. The Queen of Cups. Again, the psychic energy. Clarify this, Queen of Cups, what she should do. You already know that you don't want this, that you feel like you already have your final answer. You feel like it's over. I'm hearing you're not emotionally invested in this no more. Anywhere where you were looking for this person to make you happy, you've already concluded that this person doesn't make you happy. Okay. And you're not happy in this person's environment. You feel like it should be over. Why do you feel like it should be over? Because of Queen of Swords, because you actually feel like you need to put down your boundaries and your limits in this situation. Show me more about that Queen of Swords. Because of the Seven Swords, because you feel like you keep being lied to. This person brings you deceiving. They say that one thing, they do another. You feel like they hide stuff. You feel like they're untrustworthy. And so you want to put down boundaries, okay? You want to put down boundaries and limits with this person. What is he going to do was your next question. What is he going to do? Temperance. He's going to ask you to give him time. He's going to try to tell you he's going to change, okay? What is he actually going to do? A Page of Pentacles. He's going to keep offering you a page. You're wanting a king, you have a page. He's going to be who he is and what he is, okay? Like a child, okay? Like a child. You said you already have 4 children. You don't want another one, okay? What's in his mind? The High Priestess. The High Priestess, what's in his mind is you. It's you. And that you looking at him. Wow, this looks like you sitting there in your chair looking at him like, ugh, I'm so done with you. I'm so done with you. That's what I hear. Okay, let's see what else. Show me more. Why is the High Priestess here? What's in his mind? The Six of Cups. If he can get you to look at him like you used to, then maybe things could be different. You used to look at him differently than you do now. Okay. What actions will he take? The Knight of Cups. Please forgive me. He will say, please forgive me. Please forgive me. I'm sorry. So sorry. Okay, that's what he's gonna do. Gonna offer you an apology. Yeah. So your angels, what do they want you to do about this relationship? Let's ask the question again. The Six of Pentacles. Six of Pentacles is you're giving. So they want you to recognize that you have more to spare and to share. In this relationship, you're giving and it's not giving back. Like this person is giving to a person. This person has more money, so they're giving to somebody who doesn't have nothing to give them back. Either give without looking to get it back, or what's the other option? Or realize that the best of this relationship is done and choose your happiness. It's like choose your happiness. If you can make this, if you can be happy that you're the boss in this situation and you actually are, you're the rich man in the situation, then you will be okay in the situation. Okay. Is it in your best interest? So they, what happens if you call the cops and try to get him out? What happens if you should call the cops and try to get him out? Let's see what comes out. All right. The Nine of Pentacles. You'll be by yourself. If you do that, you'll be by yourself. 99. I feel like this relationship is definitely at a point of change. Those two nines coming out are very significant. Yeah, and you just feel like you can't trust him. Why do you feel like you can't trust him? Because of the star. Because your angels are showing you things about this, because you're protected and it doesn't feel safe in this connection. It doesn't feel safe in this. What's the main lesson for you to learn in this? The Knight of Wands. That people who are untrustworthy are exactly what they've shown you. Believe it what you see. You can't change them. You can't make them change. They are what they are. That's what they're going to be. Okay. And I heard again, what are your angels guiding you to do in this relationship? 5 of Cups. And that also came out here in the spiritual guidance position, saying, listen, you got to deal with the sorrow and the loss. Okay, you got to deal with the sorrow and the loss. Where's your first memory of somebody saying they were going to do something and then not following through with it? What's your earliest memory of somebody who didn't keep their word? Somebody who you couldn't rely on? Somebody who did not show up for you? hmm And then I heard, what's the purpose of this whole thing? Is the Page of Swords to get you to study, to get you to learn, to get you to pay attention, to get you to ask questions, to get you to investigate yourself, the connection, and why you allow what you do, why you're accepting what you do, and how you pick things. I heard, and how you pick things. What was the motivation when you picked this? Where energy were you picking it from? Were you picking it because you felt spiritually connected to this person and you felt like there was something true there? Were you picking it to satisfy a physical desire? Were you picking it because you didn't want to be alone? Were you picking it because you wanted somebody else to make you happy? Let me see some more. 10 of Pentacles, family. Oh, they said you also had a soul contract with this person for him to come in and be who he is so you can be who you are. I heard, and the baby is very significant. The baby's very significant. So either this person, I also see, okay, so this person, he fits a pattern that you got from your family. This is about understanding stuff. Your relationship that you're in is about understanding stuff, how your family past is. That is a pattern in your brain that feels right when you pick it again because that's what you've always done. So you want to create a different life. You want to do things differently, which means when you make that choice for something different, it's going to feel so uncomfortable. It's going to feel so uncomfortable. They're telling me it's like me when I first signed the lease for my new salon, and the price was 3 times what I was used to. And then when I had to re-sign a new lease at the same salon, and they raised my rent hundreds of dollars. And that shit was scary. But I had this knowing that if I signed the contract, that was me doing something different that made me uncomfortable, and things were going to improve. And if I was obligated to do it, that I would have the means to do it. So there's that energy here in the sense of, to get something different, you're gonna have to do something that's like, oh God, this is so weird. This doesn't feel right at all. Of course it doesn't feel right, because it's part of a new personality, it's part of a new energy, it's part of a new experience. Your brain and your energy field doesn't know this, so it's gonna feel uncomfortable. So let's just ask it flat out now. They said get a new deck, okay? Because the Hangman is here. So I stopped it on. They stopped it on purpose. Okay, so the Hangman is here, and they're saying the whole thing about this relationship was about having a different experience. Ooh, they said before we ask flat out that, let's just get some more details with these love oracle cards. Okay, yeah, let's get some of these and just see where they land is where they speak. 3 shuffles down on my lap and just see what else comes out. What other detailed information? Please guide her, angels, ancestors, guides. Thank you for the guidance that you provide, accurate guidance to help her get to the roots of the issue here, so that this cycle can be forever closed, the contract can be complete, and she can move on to the new experience and not repeat this cycle no more. The cycle is done and complete. The change has been made. They're showing me 8 of Pentacles plus 2 of Pentacles equals 10 of Pentacles. 8 of Pentacles is a karmic cycle. The 2 of Pentacles equals change. When you go through the karmic cycle and it makes you change, you close out the cycle, equals cycles complete. 10 of Pentacles, it's over. That's done. That looks like they were. Okay, so what you need to look at: passion, insane chemistry, liking each other equally. Okay, and it landed with the 6 of Wands in reverse and the 5 of Swords upright. So it's saying to you, well, it's saying to me to tell you, you know that you guys are not equally passionate for each other. Maybe there was at some point, but it ain't right now. Having fun, you have had fun. You're not having fun no more. Okay. What else? We have love. We have the hammer. We have the palm tree. Unconditional love, self-love, oneness, passion, affection, and attraction with the hammer. Sabotage, rebuilding, interrogation, repetitive, persistent, working on it. With the palm tree, stability, security, permanence, growth, endurance, and flexibility. At the bottom of the deck is the engagement ring. Okay. So listen, you are coming with your heart. And you're coming to somebody, and what is it bringing up? It says sabotage, rebuilding, persistent, working, okay, repetitive, is bringing up a repetitive cycle. You're looking for stability, you're looking for permanence, you're looking for growth. But notice in this, who's carrying the heart? The girl is carrying her own heart. Okay, so it's like you can't bring your love to somebody else and say, hey, you make me stay in love with you. If you want to stay in love with this guy, you're the one that can do that, because the staying in love with him is up to you to do. You're feeling stressed. They said, ask why she's feeling stressed. So let's do that. Why is she feeling stressed about this relationship? Why does this relationship truly stress her out? What's the real reason that this relationship brings up stress for her? And you said it's because he's putting more stress on you instead of helping you. He's just doing more. As a matter of fact, you didn't even say that you wanted him to help you with your distress. You just said you didn't want him to add more stress. But if you're having a life of stress and then you're attracting in the stressful energy, of course you're going to attract more stress. Okay, why is he bringing you stress? The Fool is at the bottom of the deck. He's bringing you stress. This is crazy. Queen of Wands and 3 of Cups energy, because it's always thinking about a third party situation. You're always thinking about him wanting somebody else more, having somebody on the side, stuff like that. Let me get this other deck out. I want to use the Yin Yang Oracle to get more about why you're stressed out about this. Okay. Yeah, it's like you're always focused on who else he's interested in, who else he's looking at, who else is he talking to. Even if he wasn't, he will begin to, because your focus is so powerful in your life. You literally can help create that. Now, here's the thing. If he has been doing that already, and you know that for a fact, and you didn't cut ties with it when you felt that you should, and you know you can't forgive, then we see where the self-sabotage comes in, because accepting something you know that doesn't work for you could definitely be that. But let me see more. Why is he causing you stress? Why do you get stressed out about him? Why do you get stressed out about him? Okay, we have rejection, loss, and fragmented. Yes, you get stressed out because you don't feel accepted. You feel rejection from him. Where did you first feel rejection? And I heard all my life. So if you haven't healed the rejection in yourself, you're going to continue to attract people that reject you. This is so freaking true. And they're showing me my own past experience that I should share it with you. I was in school. I was very much bullied until my sophomore year, until I was in 10th grade. And why? Because I felt rejected. I felt rejected by my family, my grandmother, my cousins. I felt like nobody liked me. Their bullying helped with that. I felt rejected in my neighborhood and in school because of my slanted eyes. They called me gook and chink and all kinds of other derogatory words about being Asian, because there were no Asians in my neighborhood. Then I felt rejected because they shifted to the rich neighborhood, and all them rich kids over there got to dress different. And then I felt like nobody liked me over there. They didn't know me. They didn't like me. They didn't respect me. They treated me poorly. And that continued all the way until ninth grade in my freshman year. When I moved school to a new neighborhood, how did my soul know that nobody knew that I had been bullied my whole life and I could change everything if I didn't let nobody pick on me ever again? If I turned into the bully that protected myself against bullies and protected other people against bullies, I would make them fear me. And that energy actually worked. That idea actually worked. So, in your mind, where did you first feel bullied? You felt bullied. You felt rejected. You felt unwanted. And anywhere where you felt unwanted, would you like to uncreate and destroy right now on all time, space, and dimension? Yes, yes. All right. So there's that. um Anything that is in your consciousness, in your memory, about being rejected is going to come up in your dream, in your mind, in your thoughts, in your feelings, or in your life experience, for you to look at it and realize that rejection is protection and redirection. And you know what? I don't care if they don't like me. I like me. And no, I can protect myself, and I accept myself, and I love myself. And it's not about how they feel about me. It's about how I feel about me. That emotional independence, which was your first card that came out. This is how you can shift these energies. Okay. What I'm not seeing is they're not guiding you to leave or stay. They're telling you how to handle this in the most empowered way, the most authentic divine empowerment way, which is deal with yourself emotionally, mentally, inside of yourself. That's what this experience is here for. And again, they're showing me the spiritual gymnasium, which is, this is where you get to put in the work, 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 work. You can let him be in, give your power to him, of how you feel about yourself, about your life, about where you're at, and how you're going to show up today. But he's there to give you the practice that it doesn't matter what the fuck you do, I'm gonna do me. I'm happy. Whether you're here or not here, it doesn't matter to me, because I am who I am, and you don't get to decide how I feel. You don't get to decide my value. And I heard, and I really don't care how you try to show up today. I'm gonna show up being me the way I want to be. This is like when I decided I was gonna be the defender of myself and other people who are bullied. And I just did it. And then so what happened was, it actually happened. Like, there was this girl I was in class with, and I got along with her, and she was bullied by her parents. She wasn't even living with her real mom. She was living with her aunt that she called mom, because her mother died, so her aunt took care of her and she called her aunt mom. Yeah, well, the aunt used her like a fucking Cinderella. So did her children. Her children didn't go to school. They were teenage pregnant. They were druggies. They would get drunk and all this stuff. But my friend, who was a straight A student, who wasn't dating nobody, who had no children, who did all the housework, was the one that they bullied. They talked so much crap to her. And her aunt made me stop hanging out with her, because it happened while I was there one day, and I spoke up for her. Why are you talking to her like that? Your kids are the ones that are out here in the streets doing everything. She goes to school, she does her studies, she takes care of you, she does your laundry, she cooks your dinner, she cleans your house. Her mother didn't like that. I wasn't allowed around her no more. I changed. I changed, and the situation changed. We did connect later as adults, and it feels like we never separated, just so you know. Why am I bringing that up? Why is that story relevant in your reading? You paid for this reading, but spirit wants you to know, like, when you make a decision that you're going to be different, then life is going to give you the reason to do the different thing. That's what's happening here. So you get to decide, what's the different thing you want to do. You have different ways you could go. They say you could stay and be happy, or you could decide that you're giving too much to this and let it go. Let it just be an experience. There's not a wrong choice to make. Which choice are you going to be feeling your empowerment in? Because you're going to have to learn these lessons, whether you learn it with him or someone else or by yourself. And then they want me to tell you, when I stopped dating before I got into the current relationship I'm in, I was single for 3 or 4 years. I don't know anymore. But the fact of the matter is, I stopped dating because I didn't want to go through this with nobody else. I had the chance to learn in relationships, and that shit kept giving me the same thing. So I decided I'm not going to be in a relationship. I'm not going to be in a relationship until it feels divinely guided, a soul connection. Finally found that after years. But what happened in between all those years was I had to process a lot of my own feelings and emotions by myself. So you can do it whichever way you want. You can do it in a relationship with another person if you want to. Just realize that he's going to be there to trigger you so you could do the same healing that you're going to have to do if you get rid of him and you be by yourself with your children. It's up to you. There's not a wrong choice in this, is what I'm hearing. There is not a wrong choice in this. Yeah, see, in the bottom of the deck is decisions. I love that I didn't look at it till right now, because it's all up to you. You get to decide. You are the creator of your life experience. You want your angels to step in and say, hey, do this, but that's not how they work. That is not how they work. The angels don't just do this. You do it. You make the decision. The angels open up that path. How do you want this to go? And the angels open up that path for you. The angels support your decision. The decision, the only decision that they're guiding you is self-love. Is at the below that, self-love, creation, and intentions. When you got married to this man, what was your intention about this relationship? Why did you choose this relationship when you accepted it? Is it the same choice you want to make again today? You always can make a different choice. It does not mean it's going to be easy. It does mean it's going to be part of your journey. It's going to influence where you go and who you turn into, what you become, how you become. Because it's just like okay, they says, so the person goes to the gym every day. One day they work on arms, the other day they work on legs. Somebody else goes to the gym every day, they only ride the treadmill every day. Somebody else goes to the gym, they only work on arms every day. Somebody else goes to the gym, they only do legs every day. Somebody else goes to the gym, they only swim every day. Interesting. They said everybody that does something there is only working on one part of their body except for the swimmer. Swimming, wow, interesting. I love the way this just came out. This is so awesome, this channel message for you. Swimming is getting into the water, and swimming is a full body workout. Swimming is a full body workout. One more time for emphasis. Yes, please, and thank you. Swimming is a full body workout. It means it's working every muscle in your entire body when you're swimming. None of those other people that are doing that are having a full body workout. They're working this part, they're working that part, they're working the other part. Swimming is a full body workout. Water in these spiritual readings always talks to me about emotions. To swim and have that full body workout, you got to get into the feelings of it. You got to get into the feelings of it in order to get the full body workout that's available for you because of this relationship. When you resolve this relationship, the relationship is either going to change on its own or get the fuck out of your face on its own. The door will open and all you have to do is walk through it. You're trying to work from the physical realm again, they're saying. And again, we're going to tell you that what you're really looking for is not done on the physical plane, is done in your emotional body, on your spiritual body, in your mental body. Those three together making up your whole soul and consciousness is what I'm hearing. So this is about decisions. Do you choose this person again? Do you choose this experience again? Are there reasons that feel valid enough for you to continue to make the same choice, or are you going to make another choice? Because your angels are going to support you whatever you do. The only thing they're saying to you is you got to find your emotional independence, baby. You got to be solid as a rock so nobody can rock your boat. Don't rock the boat, baby. When you tell them not to rock the boat, this is like children. You tell them, don't touch that. What's the first thing they're going to do? Go touch that. You tell them, don't fight. What's the next thing they're going to do? Fight. They said, you're going to, when you tell what you want, you tell what you do want, not what you don't want. They want to focus on what you do want, not what you don't want. The focus has been on arguing, disagreements, distrust, lying, and not getting what you want. They said it will behoove you, it will be in your best interest for you to really take time as you're focusing on this decision and pay attention to what you are experiencing in your life, whether it has to do with him or nothing to fucking do with him. It doesn't matter. Where are you getting what you want out of life? They're saying, again, you have your wish fulfillment. You got what you wanted. You may not like what it turned into, but how did you get what you wanted? It's gratitude that is the perfect releasing spell. Anytime somebody wants me to help them release some energy, transmute energy, it's always thank you. Anytime anybody asks me to do something over their body, over their energy field, it's always thank you, thank you, thank you. I love you, I love you, I love you. Why are you thankful? What do you love? This is what's going to release that energy. And remember, at the beginning of our reading, I didn't ask what I did ask for. Thank you. They said, not what you did and what you did. Okay. So, what I did ask for was how you could get to the roots of this so you don't have to go through this no more. So, you could do it with him and continue in the situation if you want to. Or you could do it by yourself if you want to. Or you can switch him out for another person that's going to bring you the same energy and do it with them if you want to. This is where you're at in life. They said, let's pull you an Akashic Tarot. They showed me a very specific deck. Let me find the Akashic Tarot to see what exactly is the life lesson that is in front of you to be embraced so that you can transmute this energy for once and for all. We're going to read from the book for you. They said this is going to be your final message because that's what they said. So they said 3 times on the lap. So let's do the 3 times on the lap. And then to take it out from the palm. What is a life lesson that as you grasp it, embrace it, accept it, that you have not, maybe you've been in denial, maybe you didn't realize it at all, whatever. Give me one card to show the perfect lesson that will release and transmute this whole situation. Why you give me 3? I said, give me one card. Urgh. Okay. They said, look at the bottom of the deck. Wow, the ascent. This is about your evolution. This is about climbing to become the top of the mountain, baby. The mountain is meant to be a challenge. This is meant to be a challenge. This is a challenge you needed. Okay? You can't walk away from all the challenges. All right. The only success comes as you meet the challenge. Again, I'm hearing, and you can meet the challenge with them, or you can meet the challenge on your own, or you could choose somebody else to meet the challenge with, but you're gonna have to meet this challenge before you can move on. And where I asked for one and I had to grunt. So you could have asked for, I just want to do this once. I don't want to do it no more. And then you grunt like I grunt because no, you don't get what you want. You get what you get, and you don't throw a fit. My daughter used to say that all the time when she was a kid. You get what you get and you don't throw a fit. Okay. But they're saying it like, as far as spiritually and where you're at on your soul evolution path, there's a reason why this experience is here. That perfect dreamy relationship you have is on the other side of these lessons, whether it's with this same person or a whole different person. Did you hear that? That dreamy relationship that you always wanted to have, whether it's with this person or a different person, is on the other side of these lessons. This person and this experience is giving you the gym to get the muscle to overcome the lesson. And what do we have? The light of the world. Move into higher awareness. Make every day sacred by going within. The light of the world. If you are the light of the world, then you don't let no one dim your light. This is what this card is saying to me. The door is open. Are you going to be the light of the world, or are you going to trap your light because somebody else is doing something you don't care for, you didn't choose? Your attention to what they're doing that you didn't care for and didn't choose is going to ensure that it's going to repeat again. You're the light of the world. That's what you should be focused on more, I'm hearing. Where's this card at in the book? Give me a moment. Okay. So that is Major Arcana 10 in this deck, and it's on page 69. 69 is a win-win. Everybody wins with the 69. Okay, so the light of the world. Let's see what the card says. An old sage holds a glowing lantern and knocks on a door with no latch. A young man inside is too distracted to answer the knock. Your divine being is trying to get your attention. All it takes is a moment of your awareness to open the door. Though your life may be busy, the opportunity now presents itself for you to move into a higher awareness. It's a great time to open to your higher self and all its wisdom and powers. It is your soul, your eternal being who approaches, but it's up to you and only you to open the door. You do that by taking real and regular action in knowing and feeling the wise and radiant being you are forever. Through meditation and study, you can own that enormous love, power, and vision. You can make every day sacred by going within. Once you do, you will know a radiant and greater power in every step and with every word. You will be able to bring this magnificent force to your world, changing your life forever. What I love most about this card is it talked about the door is open. I just said that the door is going to be open. All you have to do is walk through it. Let's see what else came out for you. The Two of Forces, the Willow. Strong and flexible, strong foundation, power, peaceful, stand confidently. Look at that tree and how it's glowing. Support you out here. Your angels, ancestors, guides always support you. All right, let's read the Willow from the book. It's on page 166. Okay, this is giving me death card energy. I'm not even going to lie. Death card energy, that's a transformation. It could be an ending. It's an ending and a transformation, but of what? I heard you get to choose. It says, a big, beautiful willow tree stands in the summer sun. This stately tree is strong and flexible. This card upright is telling you that you are too. The willow spreads its roots deep and wide, creating a strong foundation that is capable of standing up to anything. Now is the time for you to stand tall and feel the support of the earth beneath your feet. This card indicates a time of calm, so enjoy the peaceful energy now. It also signifies a time of power, perfect for reinforcing your foundation in your work, in your family, in your spirit, and in the depth of your belief in yourself. Just like the willow, you have a peaceful strength, drawn from the waters of your soul and extending through all eternity. Stand confidently in your truth. Take the actions that support the growth of all things wonderful in your life and know that you are powerful. When I read that last part, take the actions that support growth of all things wonderful in your life and know that you are powerful. They said one thing you can utilize to help you in your decision making is look at your relationship and the partner. Is your partner teaching your daughters things that you want them to learn? And what are you teaching your daughters by maintaining the relationship? And then they said, now look at your son. Is this person teaching your son things that you want them to learn? That you want him to learn? If your son grew up to be this man, would you be satisfied? Because this man is your son's number one influence. If your son grew up watching your husband treat you the way he does and became the same kind of husband, is that what you would be satisfied with? They're saying you can use these thought-provoking questions to help influence your decision. Again, they're saying because it is your decision. We're not going to tell you what to do. That's not what Earth is about. You make the choice. We support your decision with all we have, I heard. Let's see your third card out. The Seven of Forces with balance. Okay, balancing the scales. We have a library. There's all this information there. We have a chair. We've got some stacked of stuff tied up, some rolled up stuff over here, but there's not a person here. And the door is open. The door is open. Again, the door is open and there's light through the door. Let's see what this book says about this card. It's on page 179. I heard step by step. It's a step by step process. Okay. Your evolution, whichever decision you take about the situation, is a step by step process. You can't skip any steps. You can't skip any steps. You want to skip the step of making a decision, but the next step doesn't come until you take the step you're on. Okay. This card reveals a time of harmony, balance, and justice in your life. A desk holds balanced scales, scrolls, and stacks of papers. Shelves of books grace a wall where a door opens onto a light-filled room. Upright, this card indicates that a time of balance is at hand. Excuse me. Let me get some water. Upright, this card indicates that a time of balance is at hand. All systems through the body, through nature, and through society seek to achieve balance. Stop and consider the parts of your life that you can bring into greater balance. During this time, the universe helps you to do so. You may have to confront important legal issues. You may have to deal with paperwork of some kind, or there may be a need for legal action regarding property, inheritance, work contracts, custody, or divorce. Be patient and pay attention to details, as technicalities will be important right now. But things bode well. Justice is at hand. Take heart at the sight of the golden light that washes over the scene, a sign that all issues will come to light and that a beneficial and just resolution is coming your way. Justice is balanced in society, but the Akashic records show that justice is not limited strictly to court and contract situations. Justice and reciprocity are energetic, so the energy you put forth now will return to you in the future. Remember that your energy production is up to you. Continue to be aware of your thoughts and actions. Inner balance now leads to a beautiful destiny tomorrow. So they brought up legalities. They even said the D word in this. And this is your final message. It's about finding the balance now in your actions and your inner balance as well. That's going to lead to a better outcome later. They said don't make any decisions while you're angry. Make them from a place of calm. If you make them from a calm place, there'll be decisions that you have more confidence in. So when you get calm, you get balanced, and you've done some meditation or you got into a good place, then you can make a better evaluation of what you want to decide in this situation. Is there anything else we want to say? Yes, we want to thank you for making your love donation to receive this reading. And we did throw in some extra time for you because you're always so generous with us, and we needed to get the entire message out. Anybody else that was looking to make a purchase of a reading needs to know as well that as spirit moves us to give you more time, we just do that anyways, to get the message out completely. And they said one more card for you from another deck. Okay, they want me to give you the Archangel Power Tarot cards. And I heard overall guidance, so let's do that. I just do what I'm told. I read until they say we're done. And I'm like, okay. They said 3 shuffles down on the lap. And then they just showed me that you are actually sitting on God's lap. Okay. That's what they just showed me. In other words, you're in a protected position. You can't make a wrong decision. It may look like something scary, but you're okay. You just need to choose what you want to do. How do you want to move forward? What is the overall guidance, final message for her? This one right here that turns sideways. Okay. They said that's part of the message. It turns sideways. Something turns sideways. Let's see. The 3 of Raphael, reasons to celebrate, a community of friends, happy announcements regarding relationships or children. All right, let me read that from the book. 3 of Raphael. There is great reason to celebrate. Your hopes are realized, and a time of public recognition or parties is at hand. If you're working too hard, then find some time to have fun, relax, or take a vacation. Embrace and acknowledge the people in your life who love and support you. Take time to experience the joy and peace that comes from a community of uplifting friends. Getting involved with social groups, prosperity, wedding or birth announcements, successful planned pregnancies, and improved health. So I gotta also say something else, because when I first saw this card, the 3 of Raphael, everything we read from the card and from the book is true. But it's like you gotta deal with why you're always looking at the other women. Why are you always looking at the other women? I'm hearing thinking about the other women there's something there about that as well. So I'm going to leave you with this. Thank you so much. Thank you for doing all the YouTube things. If you got to this point, make sure you gave this video a thumbs up, subscribe, like, share, whatever you do to support other people getting to this point in this video, because clearly it did something for you. Thank you for the growth on our channel and for being. Till next time, I absolutely love and adore the part of me that aligns with you. The golden thread that shines all the way through, called love and peace and happiness. And in the meantime, in between time, you can treat yourself at LPHtarot.com. As in love, peace, and happiness to you and yours. And of course, me and mine. Until next time. 감사합니다. Gracias. Later, baby. That's all, folks. And I'm out.